Hello and welcome here to the next round, round 14 of the championship of the Craftsman Car Series, coming to you at Kentucky Speedway. As always, it's qualifying, and then tomorrow will be the race itself. There'll be 6 more races to go after this until we will crown ourselves a CCS champion. But anyway, let's get down to qualifying first. Out will come Trent Dunham for DEI. And let's just put it on him right now. Change the camera angles, and there we go. As usual, if you're new to this, 15 minutes of qualifying around any track. And you know how qualifying works. If you have the fastest time, you will start on the pole. And if you've got the slowest time, you will start dead last. So if anyone's new to racing, that's how qualifying works. Anyway, we're looking at Trent Dunham then, working his way out of turn number 4. Trent there really struggled at Michigan last week by finishing in a very lowly 38th position, and he comes into the championship here. I'm trying to see where his name is actually. I can't find it. There he is, down in 20th place there. He was fighting up in the points lead for a wee while, but that poor finish has made him drop 7 places from what he did. From his poor outing at Michigan. So first time there, it's a 28.437 there for Trent. We'll change the camera angle here. So out ahead of him is James Qualls in the 88. And he sits 12th in the points standings. So he's looking quite good here at the moment. Ahead of him there, we just saw was the 14. There he is there. Where's McCall? He's just about outside the top 20 in the driver's standings. He's 21st at the moment. Grabbed the top 10 a week ago. On you go there for him. Oh, Danny Wells has got a bit of racing right ahead of him. Cody Lammers, Christian Martin, Joshua Collard. I think that's Jamie Smith and all. Yep. And there is Danny Wells. And he had a little bit of a decent race, finishing in 15th at last week at Michigan. And he comes into this race 6th in the standings. So far, 28.136 has got him into 13th place at the moment, but it is still early days. Joshua Collard, the winner of the season, giving Christian Martin a little bit of a hand over across the tri-oval. And Christian nearly gets into Jamie Smith. Oh, hello. Don't know what on earth that was there. There's the winner from a week ago, and one of the big movers in the points too, Rye Hayden, in the 75 car. Opted to go for the same livery from a week ago. And yeah, Rye has really jumped up in the points. He was one of the big movers after securing his first win. He moved up 12 places after that result. Puts him into the top 20 in the points. And so far, Rye is not looking quick at the moment. 28.361 for him. Carson Gum, he's in the top 10. He is actually 1 place behind his teammate Danny Wells in 7th. And a couple of cars ahead is a guy that's currently 5th in the championship, Matt McLean in the 8 car. And Matt really had a bad time one race ago at Michigan there. He was flirting. He was just basically battling at the back of the pack for the entirety of the race. Now there's a guy that's actually finding a lot of confidence coming into this race now. Chris Summers there. Back-to-back top 10 finishes there for the 2017. And it looks like it's continuing so far. 5th fastest for him, 27.803 for the Pontiac driver. From points leader Dylan Pulte is just ahead. He is 8th quickest, and Anthony McCreary, who is sitting 9th in the standings, is 16th place at the moment. And ahead of him is Cole Deaver, the Talladega winner. Both of their team drivers have won a race there. Cole Deaver winning the Talladega race by 11 thousandths of a second over James Qualls, and Seth Cole winning that incredible Papyrus race all the way back at race number 5 of the season. Jessica Shelton there she is, and she is 30th place, 27.901 for the Ford driver. Oh, Matt McLean already the first to come up being a pit stop. Trek Torger, who started on the pole a week ago, is currently 28th fastest yet for him. And ahead of him is Richard Johnson. It's been a struggling season actually for the Trenti team, especially for Richard. He's 36th in the drivers' standings. Actually, he's a whopping 324 points behind the championship leader, which is Jeremy Tarco's coming into this race. Brandon Ross, there he is. Didn't have a good outing last week. Our previous two races had some strong finishes in. So far, Brandon Ross is 4th fastest though. 27.938. Ahead of him is Nathan Ormond, who is sitting in 11th place. And the Atlanta winner, Zachary Fitzwater, just ahead of him, is 22nd place. And Diego Ospina, who is in 8th in the standings, currently sitting 31st at the moment. And there is the points leader, Jeremy Tarkos. There he is, currently 29th place there for him. We are nearly down to about a minute's worth until we visit the halfway point of this qualifying session. Daniel Voiles, there he is, sitting nicely in 15th place. And it was a bit of an encouraging result for Daniel. We did see him up there, but then he kind of faltered towards the end and then ended up finishing quite poor. But and also another disappointing fact here for the man that comes into this race last in the championship. Out of all the 42 drivers in this series, Daniel, the car that we're looking at, is the only one that has not led a lap this season. That's a pretty disappointing fact there for what has been a truly miserable season for Daniel Voiles. I think his best place has actually been, I think, was it a 13th place at Las Vegas? That was round 3 of the championship for Daniel, so not really good there for that team. Jesse Turner, he's secured the pole position already this season. Unlucky for some, he's 13th at the minute. Meanwhile, Stefan Papier is followed by Noah Kars. And Noah Kars has also made a real gain in the points too. He is now 4th in the championship. Noah Kars there. Like I said, at Daytona, got himself a 4th place finish. 6th place finish the following race at Kansas. A decent outing in Michigan, finishing in 18th place, but it was still good enough to gain in 2 spots though in the championship. Like I said, he is in 4th place. But so far, Noah Kars is down in 19th place. Nico Ketchum had a good outing too, finishing in 12th place. Where is he in the point standings? Let's see where he is. Oh, he's down in 34th place. He did gain a couple of spots though after Michigan, finishing inside the top 15. Sam Oskin is just outside the top 10, and he was another big gainer from Michigan. He gained 8 places from his 4th place finish, so he's just outside the top 10 and currently sits on the inside of row 5. Followed there by Dylan Young, who had one of the drives of the Michigan race there, started 26th and got into P3, by far his best finish of the season, and he finished P3 last week. He's currently sitting P3 now. Guy who had a big drop there was this guy, Kyle Matthews. Started really qualified inside the top 10, finished 39th for him. Been a struggling season actually so far for the Hendrick Motorsports. The only real standout driver in that team has been RG Bishop, and he currently sits 19th in the standings. Ormond is 29th place in the standings. Kyle Matthews in 32nd place. There's a look at Diego Ospina. A lot of Roush Racing drivers in the top 10. There you can see Daniel Wells 6th, Carson Gum 7th, and Diego Ospina in 8th place. As out goes Joshua Collard, putting some fresh tyres on. So to Sam Oskin and Trek Torger. So far, Joshua is 12th fastest, 27.826 for him. No sign of who the current pole sitter is, as we've got 5 minutes to go. There's RJ Bishop right here. He sits 18th fastest. Just ahead of him is Nathan Hudson, and he sits 34th place, 27.921. There is Brandon Tedesco. Where is he standing at the moment? He currently sits in 14th place for the Brett Bodine Racing Team Ford. And out goes Christian Martin there. Just saw Christian Martin coming out onto the track. Oh, he's coming into the pits. My apologies. Guy who's just been not outside the top 3 now for, I believe, for the last, what, 9 races now? He's not touched outside the top 3 in the driver's standings. And I mean, his recent results have not been really good. A week ago, finished 28th at Michigan. Then at Kansas, he finished 32nd, 34th at Daytona. The only real decent finish that he had, though, was at Talladega when he finished inside the top 20. So, bad 3 races there for Christian. So far, he's sitting second in the points, and he's sitting second in qualifying. There's Nick Gunther. He's also close to being in the top 10. He sits in 15th place. He was another good mover from last week's race where he picked up a top 10. And ahead of him is Steph Cole. We were mentioning that Papyrus race for Felix Zabara's racing. So far, Steph is 36th at the minute. Nick Gunther is 27th. Trick Dog is 28th. And Ospina there is in 31. There's a bit of grass that's been kicked up there by the look of it. I don't know if it was a bit of dust or whatever being kicked up from one of the drivers. I don't know. Stephen Cole on here. 33rd fastest for the Kodiak Racing driver. Started the season quite strongly, but is sort of faded towards the end of the season, nearly kind of getting a bit burnt out, really. Look how quick the fresher tyres is, though, for Josh, as he's just went by James Qualls and also passing Stephen Cole on as well. And there's Wes McCall. He sits in P10 for AJ Foyt's Pontiac. Danny Wells sits in 6th. Jamie Smith in 21st for car 21. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go on the clock. Still haven't seen who is currently on the fastest time at the moment here. I haven't seen it yet, so it's a bit of a surprise for us at the moment. Cody Lama's here, sitting 38th. Completely the opposite to his teammate, what Nick Gunther's doing in the championship. Country mile between the pair of them. Levi McIntyre sitting in 24th place, and he sits just in the top 10. He sits in 10th place. Now, we have seen that livery before, but I've actually forgot what track that he last used that livery. Chris Summers there, still battling side by side with Dylan Pulte. And still Chris sitting 5th, and Dylan Pulte in 8th. And Cole Diva has the slowest time, unfortunately, 28.044. Brandon Ross is still 4th place. There's Michael Norman. He's in the pit lane. Struggling season so far then for Michael. 26th in the qualifying. But he comes into this race very much disappointing. 40th place for him. And in the early goings of the season, Michael would qualify quite well. But when he'd make like pit stops and all that, when it comes to the last few laps, he would just fall by the wayside. It's just been not a good season, you would say, for Michael, unfortunately. And the guy there, Charles Stanfer, is currently 41st. So he'll be alongside Cole Diva on the final row. So the 2 Super Speedway race winners starting on the final row. As we're coming up now with a minute to go. Gunther and Seth Cole still battling side by side. Haven't even seen any other... I'm actually kind of surprised who's not even on the pole position here. Who else have you not seen? Matt McLean, Sam Oskin, Carson Gum. Oh, here's a good gaggle of cars right here. Oh, tremendous gaggle of cars there. So you got Matt McIntyre there leading the way. He's currently in 35th place. Then Michael Norman is back out. There's Christian Martin. There's RJ Bishop with Noah Cars and Stefan Papiez. Then you got Nathan Hudson. Jeremy Taco's the points leader. Still looking like in 29th position. Then you got Jesse Turner. Noah Hart. Oh, wow. Noah Hartlook was going to go on the inside of Daniel Voiles, but then puts a block on him. There's Jesse Turner, and he is in 13th place as there's 1 second to go, 0 seconds to go. That is the end of qualifying. These drivers will get one more lap in. It might be one of these guys has actually got the pole position. We hope it's the 36 here. We hope it is. You know, it's obviously not nice when a driver is the only driver that's not led a lap at all this season. It'd be quite nice if Daniel will get that chance to start quite high up there. Anyway, any improvement on that time there for Jesse? No, unfortunately not. He was half a second slower than his fastest time. As we still see Noah Hart and Daniel Voiles, Zachary Fitzwater, Kyle Matthews and his teammate Nathan Ormond, followed by Sam Oskin and Carson Garman, Matt McLean and Nico Ketchum looking on the inside. Jessica Shelton helping the Trinity car making their way through turn 3. Their lap times are not going to include right now. So, there's 5 seconds to go into the end of qualifying. And let's see who is on the pole, because I've got no idea. Well, it's Stefan Papiez. Stefan Papiez will start his tied Ford on the pole position, and he'll be alongside Christian Martin, second in the championship. It's a much needed improved qualifying for Christian. His teammate will start in this in that third position, and Brandon Ross. And Chris Summers continuing his fine form. He is in 5th position alongside Daniel Wells, who is sitting, I think it was like 6th in the championship, if I remember correctly. 7th place then is his teammate, Nico Ketchum. The guy that's 3rd in the championship, Dylan Pote, will start 8th. Sam Oskin will start 9th, and Wes McCall will complete the top 10. Nathan Ormond, good qualifying for him, will start 11th, and alongside Joshua Collard. There you can see there 3 drivers that are having the same lap time as well, but I'm guessing Wes McCall got that lap time first, therefore he starts 10th, then Ormond, and then Collard. Jesse Turner will start 13th alongside the All-Star champion. Daniel Voiles in 15th place. That would be good for him, hopefully. Only just half a tenth behind the current pole sitter, Stefan Papiez. That's how really close qualifying is in this situation. You know, you could be like, you know, say for example, like 1/10 off of the fastest time. You may start 40th. So, you know, that's how competitively close qualifying really is. So yeah, they'll be alongside James Qualls on the 8th row. Then on row 8 will be Anthony McCrory and RJ Bishop. That is an old Chevrolet affair on that row. And it is an old Pontiac affair on the 10th row, with Noah Cars sitting 4th in the points and Noah Hart, the Daytona winner. Jamie Smith and Zachary Fitzwater, former points leader. He starts 22nd. Trent Dunham, Levi McIntyre, the Las Vegas winner, will start on row 12. Carson Gunn, Michael Norman on row 13. Nick Gunther and Trek Tog will make up row 14. Then the championship leader, Jeremy Tacos, will start in 29th place, and he will be alongside Jessica Shelton. Then in 31st is Diego Ospina, followed by Kyle Matthews, Stephen Colon, Nathan Hudson, Matt McIntyre, Seth Cole, Ry Hayden. Last week's winner will start 37th on the inside of row 19 alongside Cody Lammers, Richard Johnson, Matt McLean. Another poor qualifying for Matt. And then on the final row is the Daytona 500 winner and the Talladega winner, Charles Sanford and Cole Diva, the only driver to be in the 28-second mark. So that is it. Thank you for watching the qualifying. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, give this qualifying session a like. I keep meaning to put the Discord group chat in the in the link, but I keep forgetting to do it. My apologies. I will do it for this one. But that is it. That is the end of qualifying. Stefan Papiez, I believe that's his 2nd pole position, because he got one at Pocono, I believe. No, he was on the outside pole. My apologies. So he's actually done one better than what he did at Pocono. My apologies there to Stefan. Congratulations on your pole position. What can he do when we're going to put the Super Speedway packages in this race for tomorrow? There's going to be a lot of lead changes, a lot of opportunities for some of these drivers. So we'll better find out, and you'll see the race again until tomorrow. So until then, we'll see you again for the race itself on Thursday.